Hi everyone, this is the first video excerpt from the full Jillian Michaels interview that I completed with her a few years ago. And the first question that I asked her was, what recommendations, what suggestions can you give to people who are first starting out in their business? And some of her answers include that you want to emulate success, get a good team, and also get onto having a plan. Don't wait for success. Have a listen to the video and hear her full answers and the suggestions that she makes. I'd love to know which one was your favorite.
And if you had 2 to 3 pieces of advice that you would give to someone who is just starting a business, what would you say to them?
First off, I would say to them, look at people who've come before you that you admire and study their trajectory. Now, these days things move so quick, right? But back in the day, you could study somebody and it's like, oh, well, then they got this platform and they did this. And nowadays that platform might be dead overnight. But the key is they utilized a platform very strategically, right? So
Yeah.
it's just very helpful. It's that fast follower concept to look at what the people before you did, what worked and what didn't. I think the second piece is making sure that you have the right team around you. And, look, things are going to go wrong that were not anticipated, but I'm not a lawyer. I can't write contracts. I'm not a social media expert. I don't know how to market online. I know these things. So if I look at somebody who came before me and man, their online marketing was on point. Well, I know I better get somebody who understands how to do this if I want to grow my business the way that they did. So make sure that you have a rock solid team around you. And then I would say, hold on loosely, don't let go. And I was able to interview an extremely successful female entrepreneur out of Silicon Valley. And she worked on, with every major company from Yahoo to Google. And one of the things she said was like, have a plan, but don't wait to execute because you'll be waiting forever. It's never going to be perfect. So have a plan, jump in, and be prepared to course correct if necessary, but don't be paralyzed by every little detail and having things not go perfectly. And that's part of life, is what happens when you make other plans. So have a plan, educate yourself as best as possible, support yourself as best as possible. And then at some point, you got to just do it. It becomes a Nike slogan.
Thank you to Jillian Michaels for those fantastic tips. I hope that they've been useful to you. And I'd love to know which of those resonated most with you. Do leave me a comment, share down below, and I promise I'll respond to every single one. In the meantime, if you'd like to work with me, whether it's about your work, your business, or even just living a more fulfilled and happy life, then do reach out. My contact details are also down below. Hope to catch you soon.